Hoffner with Supporting Community, and I've been invited to share information with you about millennials, and in particular, your millennial workforce. Did you know that the millennial generation is the second largest workforce in history, second only to the baby boomers? And I'll bet there's a lot of baby boomers that are parents of those millennials. When I go and talk with different businesses and organizations about the millennial workforce, there's one thing that I hear over and over again, and that is this belief that the work ethic is eroding. That's not a belief that I necessarily subscribe to. I do believe that work ethics are changing. That's not good or bad, right or wrong. They're just different. We have a workforce that no longer adheres to the work ethic motto of live to work as generations did before them. Instead, we have a younger workforce that is wanting organizations and a work environment that accepts them and the lives that they lead. They would like work-life balance. In fact, I think a more appropriate work ethic motto for our millennials would be work to live. This is a generation that is interested in jobs that make a difference, jobs that they can affect change. They want to make a change possibly in the communities that they live, but more importantly, the organizations that they work for. This is also a generation of high energy and high creativity. We just have to find a way to unleash it. One of the ways that we can start connecting with our millennial workforce is at the very beginning with the hiring process. I hear from millennials quite often that they wish that they had an opportunity to engage with employers with that application and resume process at the very beginning. In fact, the number one complaint that I hear from millennials is that they have no idea what happens with their application and resume after it's been submitted. One of the things that we can do to connect with our younger workforce is some type of follow-up, whether it be a thank you postcard, email, or maybe even that text message that we know millennials would like to receive, letting them know what the hiring process is and how long it's going to take. This is a generation that is very used to a fast-paced world. We have to be able to keep up so that we don't lose that potential high-level candidate. We also know that this is a generation that very much wants organizations that embrace the idea of globalization, diversity, and tolerance. These can't be things that are just words in our guiding principles, our vision, or mission statements. Instead, millennials say that they want to see it actually lived out in the work environments in which they're employed. Finally, we need to think about a leadership style. Transformational leadership works best with our millennials. It's a leadership style that allows us the opportunity to connect to the millennials, willing to reach down and bring them up to the level of expectation that we have for them in the workplace. That's the thing about expectations and millennials. We have to be explicit. We need to let them know where they stand and where we stand. We want them to be willing to receive input, and we also have to be willing to take input from the millennial workforce. These are some great ideas for us to unleash that creativity and energy from the millennial workforce.